All right, 7th graders, this is to help you with question 7 on CR 15. It says at one pet service, monthly dog walking charges are determined by the formula C equals 6 times the quantity, W minus 20, and then you have to add on 300, where C is the cost in dollars. Okay, so C is the total cost for the month, and W is the number of walks per month. All right, use the formula to answer the following questions. So let's look at the first bullet point. Right up there. What is the cost of walking a dog 26 times per month? Well, W is the number of walks per month. So they're saying W equals 26. So we take our original, C equals 6 times the quantity, W minus 20 plus 300. So C equals 6 times, they're telling us to put in for W 26. You're going to get your dog walked 26 times. So 26 minus 20 plus 300. So now I just simplify this. 26 minus 20 is 6 plus 300. So the total cost, 6 times 6 is 36 plus 300. $336. I have to tell you, so that's like if you want to get we have 30 days in the month. That's like if you want your dog walked once a day, you want the person to come to your house, walk your dog once a day for a month, it's going to cost you over $300. That seems high, but who am I? I don't know. I don't have somebody that I hire to walk my dog. So that's that. All right, let's look at the second bullet point. Suppose, so this work's going to be a hair. Suppose dog walking charges total $420. How many times was the dog walk? So now they're giving us the total charge, C. So now they're telling us C is $420, and they want you to find W, how many times the dog was walked. So we go back to our original equation. C equals 6 times the quantity W minus 20 plus 300. And now this time they want us to put 420 in place of C. They want your total cost to be 420. So in this case, they're telling us C is 420. 420 equals 6 times the quantity, W minus 20, plus 300. So now we're just going to solve this equation. My first step to solve this equation, I would choose to first distribute to clear out those parentheses. So I have 420 equals 6 times W is 6W. Keep my minus sign. 6 times 20 is 120 plus 300. At that point, I would choose, there's more than one way to go about this problem, but I would choose to combine like terms. So then I would take negative 120 plus 300. So I would have 420 equals 6W, and I would take negative 120 plus 300. Signs are different. I'd find the difference. 0 minus 0 is 0. Borrow from the 3, make the 3 a 2. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 300 minus 120 is a positive 180. Now I'm ready to solve this two-step equation. On each side here, to get W by itself, I first undo this addition with subtraction. So I subtract 180. If I'm subtracting 180 on the right-hand side of my equal sign, I go to the left-hand side of my equal sign. I must also subtract 180. Over here, 180 minus 180, bye-bye, gone. So this says 6W equals, and now I have to do the subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't take 8 from 2. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. All right? So we will then divide by 6 on each side to get W by itself. And we will find that W equals 240 divided by 6. So 6 goes into 24 4 times. So 6 goes into 240 40 times. So the dog was walked 40 times. If you want them to come to your home more than once a day, but not quite twice a day, more than once a day, 40 times for the month, you're going to pay $420. This is cray-cray. All right. And I can already tell I might run out of space for this problem. All right. Let's go down here. At what number of walks does the monthly dog walking cost a total of $300? Okie dokie. So now they're telling our total cost is $300. So now I have to solve the equation again with $300. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get more space to work. So now I'm actually at this point. So at what number of walks does the monthly dog walking cost a total of $300? So now they want us to say C is 300. Okay, so let's go ahead and place C is 300 in place of the formula. So C equals 6 times the quantity W minus 20 plus 300. And now they want us to do C equals 300. I have to tell you, there's a certain way I'd go about this problem, but I'm going to show you just systematically how you can do it if you're not sure what this is asking. So you just substitute 300 in place of C equals 6 times the quantity W minus 20 plus 300. And again, anytime you solve an equation, you can go ahead and distribute through. So this is 300 equals 6W minus 120 plus 300. So then we have 300 equals 6W. If I combine like terms, minus 120 plus 300, we just did that with the last problem we worked on, would be 180. And now I'm going to solve this two-step equation. I undo addition with subtraction. So I subtract 180 from the right-hand side of the equal sign. If I'm subtracting 180 on the right-hand side of the equal sign, I must also subtract 180 on the left-hand side. So 300 minus 180. 0, borrow from that, that becomes a 2, that becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 120 equals 6W. Divide both sides by 6. Undo that multiplication with division. Divide both sides by 6. We'll have W equals 6 goes into 12 twice. So 6 goes into 120 20 times. So 20 walks will cost $300. All right. So let's go to this section. Wow, this is an involved problem. It's the same process a few times, but it's an involved problem. At another pet service, monthly dog walking charges are determined by a different formula. This time it's C equals 3 times the quantity W minus 20. Take that and add on $360. Okay. Where C is the cost in dollars and W is the number of walks per month. For 2 different months, Manny used the dog walking services of both pet services. Find the number of walks at which the costs would be equal. So what they want you to do is they want to know, when will these costs be equal? So they're saying, take this equation, and figure out when the cost will be equal. So when the cost will be equal means the two equations will be equal. So for this section here, we'll take 6 times the quantity W minus 20 plus 300, and we're wondering how many walks would it be for that total cost to be the exact same as 3 times the quantity W minus 20 plus 360. And this is interesting because this is actually an 8th grade level problem. So I'm not sure if your teachers will have you guess and check for this, or if maybe this problem needs to be modified on the CR. But in case I don't modify, I'll go ahead and I'll walk you through this. 6 times W is 6W. 6 times 20 is 120 plus 300 equals, I'll distribute a 3 through here, 3W minus 3 times 2 is 6, 60 plus 360. Now I'll simplify this expression. That would be 6W, 300 minus 120. We've worked out a few times today. That's 180. Equals, on this side, we have 3W. 360 minus 60 is 300. So we're trying to find W such that 6W plus 180 is the same as 3W plus 300. I'm going to solve this the 8th grade way, but I'm wondering if at that point your teachers will have you guess and check. I'll talk to them today about this problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all my constants to the right-hand side. So I'm going to subtract 180 on each side. So I have 6W equals 3W. 300 minus 180 would be 120. And now I'm going to move all of my W's to the left-hand side. So I'm going to subtract 3W here. 6W minus 3W is 3W equals 120. Divided by 3, divided by 3. W equals 40. So at 40 walks, these will cost the same amount. I'll have to look back at your actual CR, or I'll speak to your teachers today. So this would be 40 walks. The cost would be the same. But this is a more involved problem than I believe your teachers will want you to work out. I'll look into it. I hope this helps.